Hello everyone. Well, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Back home, and I'm here at the crystal spot, and things have definitely changed. Well, I'm finally back after 2 years of being in Kansas, and I've been back for about a month, and I figured I'd come here to the crystal spot to make another video, first video since I've been back. If there happen to be any of you that are new to the channel, my name's Wyatt. Welcome. I was extremely curious to come back to this spot because immediately after I left for Kansas, they logged this area. And this area used to be pretty enclosed in the forest. It was kind of out of the way, out of sight. I was digging this hole for a few years. I had help of my good friend Jesse. He's been here once or twice. And I noticed on the satellite images, they had logged this entire area, so it completely exposed this. There's actually a little access road. It's already overgrown for the most part because it's been about 3 years now. And I also noticed that the hole appeared to be larger. So yeah, someone or many people now know that this spot exists, and they have dug out quite the hole here. The vein that I was digging right through here is completely gone, as well as the other vein. There's also access holes where they just were going straight for it. Not really bummed that my spot was discovered here, but I'm more curious what they pulled out of here, if they pulled out anything good. Because I definitely knew there was some stuff down there that I had left, and I was hoping to get to it. Well, that took longer than I thought. Just mucked out this hole. Yeah, whoever was here put in some really good work digging this trenches. They dug all the way down. They got a lot of the vein out. Left all the hard work for me. Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. They might have done it the first year. This spot isn't too obvious now because even after the logging, the bushes and stuff grew back pretty quick, and the access road that they had going up to this hole is gone now. So, well, I'm not in Kansas anymore, as you can tell. Back in the country where you got mountains and granite again. It is nice being back, but I've been back for about a month. Didn't really quite know what to do with myself yet. So I figured for all my long-term subscribers that are interested, I thought I would give you a little bit of update. I'm finally back. I haven't uploaded anything in quite a while, and I want to change that. But yeah, this won't be the most exciting video, so if you're new to the channel, you should check out some of my other stuff. Hope to get some good stuff back on here again. But yeah, it is it's something being back. A lot has changed. Feels like a lot of stuff isn't the same anymore. Like this spot here. It's logged and someone's been here, but along with everything else. So, in my absence, for those of you who don't know, I've been in college for quite a number of years, but the last 2 years I've been working on my master's degree, which took a lot of my time. So I started college in 2017. No, I started this YouTube channel in 2017, and a year later I started college in 2018. So I only had a year of absolute freedom, minus my job, to actually do stuff for this channel. And then I started school. Now for the 4 years of my undergrad, it wasn't too bad. When I had classes off and stuff, or over summer, I was able to, still rock hound and go exploring. Whereas with a master's degree, there's a lot more work with that, and my summer was spent doing field research in Montana. So mine was a thesis-based master's degree, and it is now complete. And let me tell you, that was very challenging. Not just the workload, but just trying to keep my sanity in check. But yeah, 2 years of a master's degree, and yeah, it took a lot of time, but I couldn't really do anything for this channel. I did what I could, but I was also in Kansas. There's not really a whole lot to do in Kansas rock hounding wise. I heard there were some geodes and stuff. I want to do more fossil hunting. I think I only did 2 videos on fossils. Just too much going on. So, but yeah, now I'm back. For those of you who might be interested, my thesis work was in Dillon, Montana, or around Dillon, Montana, dealing with the Dillon volcanic field. And maybe in the future video, I can go into all the details of what my thesis was involved in and all the work that it took to do it. Yeah, if you're not too familiar with what the Dillon volcanic field is, they're kind of an interesting little bit of volcanoes. What makes them interesting is there's other volcanic fields in Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. So in Idaho, you have the Chalice volcanic field. which this rock that I'm digging in, this apple-like intrusive rock, is about Chalice age. So this is probably part of the Chalice magmatism, because the Chalice belt, or volcanics or magmatism, went all the way from Idaho essentially up to Washington, parts of Canada, though they give them, I believe, different names in different locations, but it's essentially all the same stuff. Then you have the Absarokas, which are in Montana and Wyoming. Those are typical stratovolcanoes. If you've ever been through Wyoming, kind of like right next to the Tetons, you have the Absaroka Mountains. Those are essentially remnants of stratovolcanoes, like what we have in the Cascades. Now, in between the Absaroka and Chalice volcanic field, you have the Dillon volcanics. And what's interesting about those volcanoes is the Chalice and the Absaroka are mainly Eocene. They only erupted in the Eocene. And the Dillons, they erupted from the Eocene all the way down to about the Miocene. I believe the youngest age is about 16 million years old. So they were active for quite a while, and that was part what my research was over, was trying to figure out what was going on. So it was kind of a tectonomagmatic thesis. So basically looking at geochemistry and isotopes of my volcanic rocks and interpreting what parts of the mantle they came from and what that means for the overall tectonics of the area based off of what we already know, and just kind of piecing the puzzles together. So that might be another video topic for later. I feel like I'm not quite where I should be, both with what I'm doing, I guess, and this channel. I had a lot of plans for this channel, and it's just grown a lot slower than I expected, and that's obviously my fault for throwing myself into college and having that take up all my time, but I want to change that. So I'm got projects that I've been wanting to accomplish for many years, one of those being my rock crusher. Some of you might know about that. I've been talking about that thing for a long time, and it's really close to being done. So I want to get that thing finished. I got some ore that I want to crush up and pan to see if there's any gold in it, and I just bought myself a furnace, a kiln, so I can learn how to fire assay. I've never done it, but I want to give it a shot. So now that I have the kiln, should be able to start melting down some ore and seeing if there's anything to be had. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Just got to get to it. Then there's some other areas I'd like to explore. But anyways, as far as this hole goes, it looks like it's quite exhausted. They dug out where all the crystals were, which is about where my foot is down here. They dug to the left and to the right, but they stopped digging because the vein, as I noted last time I was here about 3 years ago, the vein is starting to seize up and just become solid quartz, and the crystals were disappearing. The only good stuff seemed to be in the floor, and it looks like they pretty much got it. They even tried a test hole to the above me here, and it was just solid rock, so they stopped. I'm guessing they probably were only here for maybe a couple times and then called it good. It's a lot of work digging here, so guess I'll show you what I got going now. While I was mucking out the hole, I found this. I probably threw away a lot of crystals, but this might be the last big crystal I ever get out of this hole. It was the first one I found, so I feel like this is the end of this hole. I feel like there's better things to be had. Been here for a couple of years. It's kind of sad, but like I said, a lot of things have changed and nothing's the same anymore. So 7 years or 8 years has come and gone real quick. So channel's getting close to being 10 years old. Yeah, it's just a smoky quartz with a lot of iron staining. Did I say smoky quartz? I meant milky quartz with iron staining. That'll probably be my last crystal out of this whole spot. Bringing down into the hole now, I had to muck a lot of this out. This was just full of loose dirt all the way up to about there. I didn't touch that. But you can see whoever was in here, they did quite a good job. Absolutely just digging this vein out. You can see there's a little bit of the vein left back in there. I hope they found some good stuff. I'm kind of curious what they found. But if it was anything, it probably wasn't much, because I remember it was starting to get a little sparse when I was digging here the last couple times. All the good stuff was in the floor, and you can see they got quite the hole here. I think that's the bottom of the hole roughly. And I mucked it out. You can see where they dug out the vein right there, right on the side wall. And then that's pretty much it. So they tried a little bit of digging in here. But the little vein that was in there wasn't much to be had, and you can tell they gave up quite easily, and they got into where I was concentrating my time. So I noticed there seems to be a lot. Oh, look at that! It's popped out a crystal just like that. I was gonna say, it looked like they left a lot of vein material right here, and that's actually where the bend was, which is where I said the bigger crystals seem to be coming out of, and they seem to have left it mostly intact, which is kind of odd, honestly. The bend wasn't as obvious, but those are crystals. And that right there is a crystal as well. It's a bit dirty, a couple points actually. Yeah, video's not wanting to focus on it. Everything's so dusty in here. There's not a lot of space either to sit and work, but I also forgot my pickaxe and I forgot my little scoop shovel, which would be really nice right about now. But I think this right here is the edge of the vein, and that means there should be some crystals here, which is odd that they left that much vein right there when they dug out so much of the other. The other, I will say, off to my right here of the camera, I remember it being easier to dig into, but there wasn't really a whole lot going on with it. There was originally. I guess as I dig, so as you're watching me do this, I can tell you a little bit about the geology here, if you don't remember or if you're new. This rock that I'm digging in, this is a granitic intrusive rock known as apatite. So it's a very fine-grained granite, essentially. So there's a lot of smoky quartz or regular quartz, depending, and lots of feldspar and lots of muscovite in here. And once in a while there'll be a garnet. And then there's these black oxide minerals, I believe, that are in here. There's a lot of those. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Whoops, hit the tripod. And this rock, according to the geologic map, is about Eocene in age. So it's, Eocene, I think, about from 54 to about 39 million years ago. But I think a more precise age date, I'd have to check. I believe there was an apatite nearby that was age dated to about 47 million years old. So, also in these rocks you have pegmatites, which are usually sometimes associated with your apatite rock, and pegmatite is just a name for larger crystalline granite. So it's just a textural name essentially. So that's the apatite right there, pretty fine grained over here, but then you can see where I'm getting in the larger quartz as I'm getting closer to the vein material, which this right here should be the vein, I believe. Outside of the intrusive rocks, it is mostly gneiss, schist, along with some amphibolite pods. So this is a metamorphic mountain range, lots of high-grade metamorphic rocks, and in those metamorphic rocks you have igneous intrusive units. This particular apatite happens to have a quartz vein, so this quartz vein might have been the final stages of the granite cooling, because a lot of times you can have fluids that are left over in the granite because there's a lot of water, believe it or not, in magmas, especially granites. And when you get into the final stages of cooling, you get a lot of excess fluid, which can help create pegmatites as well as quartz veins. So this quartz vein might represent the final crystallization phase of the granite, this granitic apatite. Pretty much all I got, I guess, for you. And that's based off of just recognizing what this rock is, and then also off of official reports and stuff. So there's all the black right there I was telling you about. You can see it's some kind of oxide mineral. Grab some of this. Oh yeah, we're getting into some quartz. Yep, that's loose. Oh yeah. There be crystals. They're pretty cruddy, but those are crystals. There we go. That's a nice face right there. Okay. I don't know if you can see that right there by my thumb. Scrape some of the dirt off. There's another nice point actually right there. Yeah, they left a lot of this good material behind. Whoever was here, look at that. I get more cleaned off. Oop, a whole bunch of little crystals are popping out. That's okay. There's another little point. I'm gonna have to clean this off later, but see that? Camera's having a hard time, but right. Come on, camera, focus. Right there's a point. Right there's a point, and there's another point right there flashing at you. Look at that. This is the first time I've found anything in quite a while, so it's good to be back. I'm gonna have to clean that off and see what it looks like. It's not much, honestly, but you know, it's small little crystals, so it's better than nothing. Almost need a brush. Yeah, these are crystals right here, and I'm breaking them. Look at that one. That's a nice one. All right. There we go. I cleaned up that one specimen with some water that I brought. You can see some nice clear points there. The camera's focusing on it. Yep, that might be some of the last nice pieces I ever pull out of this hole. I'm not sure how much more I'm actually going to dig it. I'm kind of thinking there's not really much left, and it's a lot of work now, and I'm kind of over this spot. Well, this will pretty much do it for this video. I'm back in Idaho now, and hoping to get some stuff done. We'll see what happens. But yeah, hoping to get more active on this channel. This video wasn't much, but yeah, letting all you subscribers know I'm officially done with my master's, and I don't know, there might be more schooling yet to come. Some of my professors were telling me that for the job I want to do or seek, which for those of you who don't know, I'm interested in volcanology and volcano hazards, studying that, hoping to monitor one day volcanoes. That'd be pretty cool. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, or maybe I'll work for the mining industry. So they're always hiring. But yeah, I'm just not ready for more years of school. So gosh, time just keeps on flying by, I'll tell you what. But anyways, yeah, we'll see what I can do before winter. It is now the end of August, and yeah, it's good to be back. So yeah, this will conclude today's short little video, and I'll see you hopefully on the next one. Y'all take care.